You're listening to the WBT Podcast with Michael Lodge. Listen to all of our podcasts at www.wbtpod.com. Stay informed. Let's get started.
And welcome to the WBT. This is Michael Lodge. I'm glad that you've joined me. Our conversation today is going to be about business planning. Vital for every company. Back in a few seconds.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518. Or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
You know, I do a lot of preaching about planning because it's so vital that each and every single one of us who are running a business or have a business, that we need to do our planning. And at the end, not at the end, but at the beginning of each year, we sit down and we put together a plan which says, what is our story of our company? We've got to revisit that subject because it changes from moment to moment, or it can. We need to look at what our financial projections are going to be, what we want to be at. We need to take a very careful look at products or services that are not making us any money. We need to look at our staff, and we need to look at where we want to be at the end of the year. What is our view of our business? And we need to be able to tell that story, because the number one people that you should be telling that story to are your employees, so they know what is expected of them. I mean, if you're going to write a plan but not tell anybody about it, what are you doing? I mean, it doesn't make any sense, does it? So when you're sitting down and writing your plan, and let me tell you, every month this plan is going to change slightly. Because you may find things working, some things that are not working, and you're going to have to adjust them. We call it tweaking. We're going to have to tweak them. That's not a drug phrase. This is a business phrase of what you have to do on a daily basis. And let me tell you, I keep my business agenda for the year right in my journal, because I refer to it from time to time. If we do this, what are we going to do? What is our objectives to get there? And are we meeting that? And I talk to people on a daily basis on how we're going to get to that next step. And let me tell you, when you're doing your business plan, you had better not just look at your company, but you need to do some research on your competitors out there and see exactly what they're doing. There are companies that are similar to you. You're not the only one. See what they're doing. See what's working for them and what's not working for them. If they've got financials, look at their financials to see how well they're doing. And if you're measuring up to how they're running their business, see what they're doing on that product line that you're having problems with. I tell you, I always say, you know what, there's no hard luck, there's no hard feelings. If somebody's doing something better than you, copy it. Use it. Think out of the box a little bit also. And then you need to really think about and determine what your plan is all about. What do you plan on doing with this business plan? A business plan doesn't need to be 80 pages long. A business plan can be compressed down to 1 page long. The simpler the plan, the better it is. Because you've got to be able to know what that plan is and refer to it instead of having to go page after page and go back to page 24 because it talks about financial structure. No! You did that at the very beginning of life, of your business. Now you have a business plan every single year and every single month. And I also stress to you that you need to look at it on a daily basis. You need to put a plan of action for your weekly activities. What are you going to accomplish this week? What are you going to get done? What are you going to cut? What are you going to improve on? Who are you going to contact? Who are you going to talk to? That list, not that list, but that plan has to be put into place every single week. I have it in my journal. On Monday, I sat down, put together really I did it Sunday night, but I had it ready for Monday morning where I knew exactly how many people I was going to contact, how many emails I was going to send out, what kind of marketing I was going to do, how many new clients I needed to have for this week. And so that's how I did my business plan for this week. It's a continual process, this planning. And then when you're done, if you've accomplished something, you mark it off. Because now you know that you actually accomplished what you've done. And you do the same thing on your yearly plan of crossing it out. And I don't know if any of you know or have even thought about what is your company profile. In other words, what is your story about the brand that you're trying to market out there? What is your story? What is your financial story that you tell to bankers and investors and employees? What is your company story of the products and services that you've provided? What is your story? Do you even know your story? Do your employees know your story? And are they telling people about it? If you're not encouraging your employees to tell people about your company, then they're not doing their job. Accountants have to know that story. They need to tell it. Everybody in that company, in your company, needs to know the company story. And they need to be able to tell it at parties. They need to tell it at social gatherings, at business seminars that they're going to. They need to be able to tell the story because people will always ask the question, so what's your company all about? If you can't tell them, and if your employees can't tell them in 10 words or less or 20 words or less, I had a coworker one time, and he was senior than me. Well, we were both consultants to the same company, but he was a little bit senior on the consulting side. And he would come in every single morning, and he would say, "Okay, Michael, in 25 words or less, tell me what's going on." So in 25 words or less, can you describe your business? Can you describe your company? And then you have to document all the aspects of your company. Investors will want to know if you've got investors. Bankers will want to know. Employees will want to know. And then you have to have a strategic marketing plan in place for the entire year of what you are going to do. And a great business plan for the year will always include a strategic and aggressive marketing plan. So you're talking about the marketing objectives is what you're really talking about. Introducing new products, extending or regaining market for some of your existing products, entering new territories for the company, boosting sales in a particular product, market, or price range. Where will this business come from, etc. You always have to do that at the very beginning of the year. What is your marketing strategy? No matter how big or how small you are. Look at me. I'm a very small firm, but I have to do it on a yearly basis and then on a weekly basis. I'm always thinking about who am I going to market to? Who am I going to tell my story to next? How do I get to them? So every single day, I want you to practice this. Have yourself a journal. And I want you on one day of the week, which is Monday, I want you to carve out that, put your little marker on that page so that you can refer to it on a daily basis of what your plan for the week is going to be. If you've done anything great and if you've accomplished anything, mark it off, make a note and say how you did it. And you can even say, I'm very proud of you, Michael. You did a great job. Pat yourself on the back because no one else is going to do it. And I tell you, strategy takes planning. And if you've accomplished your strategy, pat yourself on the back because you've done a great job. Business owners will find out that most of their life is by themselves. They're thinking about their business all day long, all night long, even when they get home. But no one else sees this. Everyone else has gone home and they're watching TV, or they've gone out to a movie, or having a really great dinner with their loved one. But you as a business owner, you're still sitting there thinking, okay, what am I going to do tomorrow? And you're planning. And it becomes a very lonely process. But pat yourself on the back and pick yourself up and say, you know what, we did great today. Or, I didn't do very great, I've got to improve tomorrow. And get it done. That's how you build something. So, business planning, I want you to know, is so vital that even I, as a small business guy, I do it every single day. And I also do it for my clients. On a weekly or on a yearly basis or on a monthly basis, I sit down with my clients as a business coach and we go over what they have written down on their piece of paper and what they're going to do to accomplish that. I love to see that, and I love to see accomplishments. I also kind of like to see failures too, because that is the teaching process. It's free. You don't have to go to school to learn how to fail because it comes naturally sometimes, because we did not plan very well. Planning is vital. Planning is a walk of life in any business. If you need help in planning, text me at 818-252-5682. I have an internet conference room that we can sit down in and talk, and we can start working on your planning efforts because you need to get better at it. Everyone needs to be good or even excellent at planning. Sometimes you need help, and that's why you call me. Send me a text at 818-252-5682. Tell me what you need, and let's do it, because we need to get you on this planning mode. This business world plans every day. This is Mike Lodge for the WBT. I'll talk with you very soon.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.
This podcast is produced by Michael Lodge, fully content-driven. If you want to listen to this podcast, you can also listen to it at www.lodge.co.com.